Hello, everybody. Today's topic would be on dichotomous keys, which we have an extension from the classification and also the binomial nomenclature. So what's important in this case is that you run through the slides and please replay this if you are not sure. Please make sure of that. We will discuss this further on Wednesday when I come in. What I want you to do is to watch the video on biodiversity, which will eventually lead you to how important a species is. There are two dot points that will be able to help you. How does observing the features help to identify the organisms in a group of diverse species? Biodiversity loss will result in loss of species. Why is this alarming? These 2 points will be able to help you to understand why it is important to classify different organisms. All right, and just go through this. We will run through, as I've mentioned, on the Wednesday, which is tomorrow. So, how can we identify organisms? If we look at the example given to you here, you have 6 different types of leaves from 6 different types of trees. Question here is, how can we identify them? Well, it turns out to be that we have a method which we call as the dichotomous key. And remember, when you do the dichotomous key, it is very important that you have good observational skills, right? So as you can see over here, you will be able to identify some features, right? Whether it's the number of leaves or whether it is the surrounding or the outline of the leaf, whether it is sharp, whether it is rounded, for example. Now, dichotomous here has the origins from the word di, right? The prefix here, di, as two, and cotomous as branching. So what it means is that in order for you to name the organism, we need to make sure that we have 2 descriptions of a feature at a time. And often there is a choice that will lead the user to another 2 descriptions. And we often have this from general to more specific. Just very similar to the classifications of organisms, from a more generic feature to a more specific feature, from the kingdom to the species. The dichotomous key is also from the generic statements to specific statements. And in general, we are actually trying to find out the name of the organism. So what we need to do here is that you need to follow the statements from the beginning until you find the name using the 2 descriptions provided to you, right? Most important is that you need to start at the beginning and go all the way through and repeat the same steps until all organisms are named. Okay, so this is an example over here. You have the 6 different types of leaves, and whatever that you see here is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, right? These 5 statements here are basically dichotomous keys, whereby the first one is talking about the outline, whether it is smooth or jagged. Jagged means it's basically sharp-ended. So jagged here would be something like leaf C. And as you can see here, if we have 1B, we have just to go straight to number 3. So we'll go to number 3 and we look at another feature and we either go to 4 or 5. So from this, you'll be able to identify using the different types of features. So it takes practice. So my suggestion here is I've given you a table below here. What you need to do is you need to identify the 6 different types of trees based on the statements that has been given to you. We will discuss about the answers when I come in on Wednesday. And I hope that you find this tutorial session informative. So if you have any questions, do ask me online, do ask me on Google Hangout, or even just email me, whatever that's convenient for you. Okay? Thank you very much.